Welcome to Max Wrestling. I am the captain. He is El Jefe. We've had a week full of big news stories as we approach the end of August and the return of Promo Climax. Coming up tonight, we'll talk about the controversial release of Karrion Kross and his response as he broke his silence yesterday on Ariel Helwani's show. Plus, rumors run rampant as Naomi is strangely absent from Raw this week and will reportedly be away for some time. And of course, we will take another look at Blade Rodriguez's comments in the Max Wrestling group this past week and an appearance from newcomer Bru Capone. How you doing?
How you doing? The numbers are adding up. If you have not already made Max Wrestling your new home for all things wrestling, now is the perfect time. And all you have to do is hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. For those that prefer the old-fashioned podcast, head on over to SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your podcast. And of course, for all these links and a whole bunch more, head on over to the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And of course, you got to do this. You have to check out the beautiful official Max Wrestling post show after Max. The QR code is on the screen right now, hosted by our very own Flex Murdoch, aka Corey, aka Cypher, aka that guy that ain't here this week, shockingly. And you never know what's going to go down on the show. You never know who's going to show up. You never know what's going to happen. It's like a little bit of an extension. It's all kinds of fun. So make sure you scan and go after the show. I'm telling you, we got to put that on a shirt.
Bada boom, it's got to go on a t-shirt.
T-shirt.
They're going to sell more than Austin 316, I'm telling you.
Hey, bust your kneecaps.
Alright, so the biggest news, I guess, is the release of Karrion Kross, which we all kind of saw coming. If anything, we've seen it coming for a long time. It's been slowly brewing with his comments that we never knew were shoot or worked. It seems that he is legitimately gone from WWE, as he was speaking to Ariel Helwani yesterday about how the whole contract negotiation broke down. And we don't normally do this on Max. We don't normally play clips or anything, but I got, I think, 1 or 2 clips from the interview to play out where he talks about the negotiations and how they gave him like 24 hours to accept the deal without really giving him much information about it.
Damn.
Did I save it? Or I favorited it or something. It's saved somewhere.
It's saved somewhere.
For you.
See, that's a crazy thing already. I want to speak on that while you look for that. 24 hours to make a decision on your career. Not understanding is what I wouldn't even say not understanding, but not having a true idea of what your contract even really states. You know, you're going to be able to get your lawyer on the phone and have him look over this contract in a matter of 24 hours? Probably not. So you're going to be, the old-fashioned handshake and hope it works out type of deal, which he was already disgruntled. Like you said perfectly, we've been kind of, I don't want to say expecting it, but it's not something that we are like, oh my God, we never saw it. No, we totally saw it coming.
Yeah.
The thing was, it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. And the win happened. I think the win was solidified when he lost in SummerSlam.
Yeah, and like I said last week, we kept predicting every time there was a PLE, Kross has got to win this time. He needs a push, surely. And he was just losing and losing and losing and losing. And it made no sense because clearly the people are behind him.
Oh, yeah.
And
clearly
he went through a period in WWE where he was just stuck in limbo doing...
Yeah.
But there was like one point he got rolled up by Jeff Hardy in, 2 minutes or something stupid?
Oh, God, don't remind me.
And that was fresh.
But it's the truth.
That was fresh from his NXT run, which was no pun intended, killer.
Hey.
So he's been mistreated constantly on the main roster. And then he got released the first time and then brought back, and we thought they're finally going to run with him now that Vince isn't around. And still, Papa H did fuck all with him.
Yeah. That was literally the guy that made him what he was. He told him to go in there to use the judo, do the throws, do the this, do the that, go in there and look a killer. And you thought maybe, under the I guess the new vision of the Papa H way or the Uncle Paul, whatever you want to color it, you thought this is the perfect time where he would get the guys that he had in NXT and he would help them flourish on the main roster side. I think the problem is Karrion Kross. I don't want to say he came in, it was too little, too late, but when he came in, there was already so much happening. You know what I mean? And it's like you can't really just throw him in there like that. Now, granted, they do it all the time.
Yeah.
They literally do it all the time. It's kind of the ease thing when they got a new guy. Look at Braun Breaker for crying out. I mean, granted, I love Braun Breaker though. But that's what I'm saying. When they got a shiny new toy that's hitting, they keep showing you the shiny new toy. Karrion Kross could easily have been the shiny new toy. I'm sure we all tried to erase the leather guy out of our mind, and you bring him back, and it's one of those scenarios where we're going to be able to move on. Forgive and forget. Maybe not the forgive part, but the forget part for damn sure. And we just couldn't get anywhere. You had him like wanting to be like a biker dude, and then he was kind of like Negan, and then he was I don't know what, and you just didn't do the same. You know what I mean? You should have just kept with the same original formula. Go out there and be the killer. Go be the killer Kross. You don't need a persona because you're a killer with a hot lady.
Yeah, just go out there and Sambo suplex everybody.
I mean, I hate saying it like it was such a great time back then, but it used to work in the 90s. It used to work in the 2000s. The badass team had the hot girl. The badass guy had the hot girl.
Yeah, but we were just like that when he came back. We didn't know what the hell his identity was. We couldn't. No. He didn't quite click, and the greaser look was throwing us off. And we were like, this isn't Kross. But then he finally found himself, and I want to say like the last 6 months or so, maybe longer.
Yeah.
Where he was almost
man.
He was almost like the cult leader without a cult. And everybody he was feuding with, he was trying to get into their heads. And it was slowly working. He was starting to settle into this gimmick. But then again, like we said, he kept losing the feuds, so it meant nothing.
Wins and losses mean something.
So this is what he had to say about his contract negotiation.
I got the offer. I wanted to know how they came to the valuation of that offer. Just wanted, like some information, some metrics, some analytics that's supporting to, hey, this is how we got here. When I inquired about that, they were unwilling to provide that information and told me I had 24 hours to agree to the offer or they were rescinding it. So, the next day we talk. I ask if they have the information. They don't. And I said, I can't make an informed decision without the information. And I'd like to keep the dialogue open.
And then after that, they just rescinded the offer.
So hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. My brain and the processing part of all this is just kind of hindering me a little bit. So, okay, I want to put this in terms for everyone to understand, and I always go with the world sport, and I'm going to go with that. Footy. So, wrestlers are a lot like soccer players, football stars, whatever you want to call footballers. They are independent contractors. These guys, yes, they're with an agency or whatever, but say you're moving up in the world, you know what I mean? You ain't got an agent and you're trying to get in, whatever. You're getting told you can make this much money to play for this club, but you don't know how much you're going to make a week. You don't know what is your expectations. You don't know if there's any bonuses. You don't know if there's any negatives. You don't know if they're hiring you to be an actual footballer, or are you going to be the kit man? Are you a water boy? Are you a landscaper? What is your but this is what you're going to make. Come on and join Austin Villa. That's a terrible fucking club to do, but I'll do it right now. And it's just well, what am I going to do? Don't worry about it. What the fuck do you mean don't worry about it? Am I cleaning toilets or am I playing football? Just sign the contract. You got 24 hours. Well, can we talk about this? No. Pull the contract. Huh? That just doesn't make any sense. It just.
And the main thing was he wanted to know how they came to the amount that they were offering, which I think is a fair enough question. All they could have said was, well, look, you sell this many T-shirts, you get this much TV time, but they weren't willing to tell him anything, apparently.
Here and again, this is bad that I got to say it like this, but you couldn't bullshit me. You know what I mean? You couldn't bullshit me a little bit. Well, we configured the numbers and the numbers. No, you don't
Where's Robert
have
Davis?
The information. Thank you, but you don't have the information for me. How do you not have the information for me? Like, you can't. Come on, Rob, where's the stats at?
We need the stat man. Gone are the days where they just said, "Oh, it's budget cuts."
I don't get it. I don't get it.
No.
And
it just seemed like they didn't care enough to try and keep him. They were just like giving him this bullshit offer. Give or take, we don't really care. Either way. You got 24 hours. Sign it or don't sign it.
Then let me go. You obviously don't want me to, like, you obviously want me to sign a shit deal, which is fine. It's just fine. Again, I get it. But you don't want me here. So then just tell me that, and I can leave. Just release me. I don't have to worry about a fucking release clause, and I'm out of here.
The other thing was apparently they weren't willing to re-sign Scarlett. Which...
Yeah, that's the first thing I heard. Was they didn't want to sign her, and in retrospect, I'm like every other husband in the world. You don't want to keep my wife? Bye. I don't got to work here. Have you seen this? I don't got to work here.
Okay? I mean, I do kind of get both sides. Like, they're not obligated to sign her just because she's married to him, but at the same time, she's part of his gimmick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he can flourish with or without her as a character. He's such a great character worker. But she's a very much established part of his gimmick and his character, and it makes more sense to keep them together than it does to separate them.
That's it. I guess in that retrospect, I would think of it like that as far as booking him. I don't think you could really try to establish him without her, or at least reestablish, unless you want to rewrite him as a person. And I don't think they were going to go that far. They were obviously not that invested in just signing the poor guy to give a damn. So you were gonna sign him to a bullshit contract, keep him in catering, and just keep him off of AEW television. That was your idea. That's the idea. Or TNA or New Japan or whomever, wherever. Like we talked about it last week. You can fucking show up anywhere, Disneyland for all we know, but they just didn't give a fuck. So now, my beautiful question, and he's already has an autograph appearance in New York, which is great. Him and Scarlett are going to show up, do a little signing. Everybody loves little signings. But the question now is even more so out there. Where's he going to go? Where are they going to go? Is this going to be a thing? Are they going to show up in AEW? Are they going to show up in TNA? Could they both go to Japan? Or are they done?
And
that's another thing. Are they done? I don't think so.
No, and I would think the ball is very much in his court, because he said he wants to keep the conversation going, even though WWE don't seem willing to converse with him. But he wasn't actually released. He wasn't fired or anything. He didn't quit. They didn't renew his contract, so he's not obligated to any no-compete clause or anything. He could sign anywhere tomorrow. Today. Obviously, he didn't sign with AEW and show up on Dynamite last night.
No.
But no. I hope they work it out, because, like I said, he was finally starting to find himself in WWE, and people were clearly behind him. Although, where the hell were they on Monday on Raw? Wherever they were.
We all thought we were going to get all these beautiful, Karrion Kross chants, or we want Kross chants, and we didn't get shit.
No, it was all over social media, hashtag and trending and everything, but then crickets from the crowd on Raw. Y'all let us down.
Absolutely. Drop the ball. Goodness.
And speaking of Raw, kind of came out of nowhere that they just didn't even announce it. It just was part of the show. Like, oh, by the way, Naomi's match with Io is cancelled. Huh? And she will be apparently off TV for a considerable amount of times. Now, nothing's been confirmed. I did have a quick gloss through the Stephanie McMahon podcast this morning before the show, because it dropped at midnight. So I haven't... Obviously, it hasn't had a chance to circulate the internet fully yet, so nobody's put anything out there, so you got to go and search for it yourself. But I couldn't really find anything. I don't think there's any breaking news on there. Obviously, whenever a female wrestler is suddenly taken off TV, the instant reaction of everybody is, "Oh, she's pregnant," which is the big. I know. And I'm just like, what? Just because she's, she could just be injured. You don't have to jump to conclusions.
See, here's the thing. I love jumping to the conclusions because it makes it so awesome. But in all reality, I'm inclined. I am inclined to lean that way myself. It's not anything new. It's not anything negative either. I mean, it's here's the thing. And I'm looking at this as look at all the celebrations these guys have had. You know what I mean? Like her winning the belt, the big SummerSlam moment. You know what I mean? He's still getting recognition. Times are good in I guess in the Uso household, if you will.
They're very Uso.
There you go. Very Uso. He's hanging out, getting drunk with Cody all the time. That's Jace, my bad. But I'm sure he's probably
they're probably there too, yeah.
I'm about to say, I'm sure they're not too far behind. So I just, it happens. 'Tis the season, as they like to say. I wouldn't put it past the pregnancy thing. I don't want to say injury. Because WWE is especially if we go down the Seth Rollins route, because that's another way we can go as well. They would at least sell the injury, not just she's going to take some time away. So I guess the real question is she going to drop? If she drops the belt, she's pregnant. If she doesn't drop the belt,
which is what's weird, because you would think either way she would just come out and announce it on Raw, like they did it with Becky. Yeah. They announced that she had a major announcement on Raw. That was the night she dropped the title and announced that she was pregnant. I think did Ronda do it, or was she already away?
I think Ronda was already away.
Yeah, somebody else did it anyway. But even when there's an injury, like you look at Edge, Daniel Bryan, fucking Adam Cole. If they know that they're injured and they're going to be out for a while, they'll just come out and announce it that they're going to be away for a while. But we got nothing from Naomi. It was just, she's not here tonight. Her match is cancelled. We don't know how long she's going to be off. And it seemed like the way Stephanie Vaquer was acting, that the match at Clash in Paris was cancelled too, which is in, I want to say 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh man. Then again, I'm kind of sticking to if we're going to be canceling matches 2 weeks out, there has to be either a bad enough injury to keep her out for numerous weeks. I'm telling, there's no other reason. There's quite literally no other reason. These guys can't go on vacation. She's fucking women's world's champ right now. It's not like they're going to go and take a fucking vacay and go hang out at Disney World for a week and a half. Like, that's not going to be a thing. They're not going to take them off television. They're, top stars. It's not an injury.
At the same time, too, that the podcast with Stephanie McMahon was recorded before Monday. Like, they already had the clip ready to show on Raw.
So what you're telling me is,
I'm not sure how long before Monday it was recorded.
So you're telling me they're gonna put a Raw superstar on SmackDown, and that's when the announcement's gonna be made. Got it.
Yeah.
Either that or they're gonna save it for next Monday. But I'm not leaving that boat. I don't see any other thing. Maybe they're pulling the swerve like they did with Seth. But
dude, the one thing we can tell you is that I don't think there's any breaking news on the podcast. I haven't listened to it like minute by minute, but I've skimmed through it enough to pick up any conversation or topic change, and I don't think there's anything there of that magnitude. It just sounds to me like it's a fun 2-hour couple shooting the breeze with Stephanie McMahon. It's probably a good listen anyway.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Stephanie's been doing some pretty good interviews lately, so run with it. Why not?
It's nice to see Stephanie McMahon so chilled and relaxed. Yeah, she's not like in business mode. Like
constantly uptight.
She's coming out in baggy jeans and stuff.
Right? Real mom mode.
She's full on mom mode.
Love this.
Well, I mean, she's earned it. But it's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice to see her back on TV every now and then.
And I do mean all the years. Goodness gracious. This poor girl's been on television since back in the Macho Man days.
Ooh, yeah. As far as that, Raw was okay. Nothing really special. There's so many people going after Seth.
Mm-hmm.
It seems strange how they've kind of shoehorned LA Knight into the title picture, like kind of out of nowhere. And last week he came out and he was just like, "I was the last one to beat you." So that's your whole reason for putting him in this angle. Okay,
it's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. I've been saying do something with LA Knight. You can always throw him in the title picture just to lose anyway, and I think that's kind of what they're doing. You know what I mean? He's going to be a guy that's going to take I'm sure they want. I feel like they want to do like a multi-man match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, if it's going to go down in Paris, cool.
Yeah, in Paris, we got Seth defending against Punk, LA Knight, and shit, who else was it?
There's one other one.
It was definitely a four-way.
Blanking. But the point I'm driving at is like they want to get the names in there. They want to get the stars up. You want to get the competitors going. Was it Damian Priest?
No, it wasn't Priest. It was derp. Jay Uso.
Of course it's Jay. Gotta get Jay back in the picture. Goodness gracious, he's hanging out with his brother. Don't tell everybody Naomi was pregnant, but she is. Anyway, I'm glad LA Knight's getting some shine. Let's just keep it funky. Keep it what it is. If he ends up being the nerd that takes the pin, glad he's getting some shine. He deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah, it just seems random how they've just thrown him into this title picture, like seemingly out of nowhere. Like Punk, I get. Obviously, he's got the beef with Seth. Jay, I get. He lost the title to Gunther. Gunther's obviously out on the shelf as well. The other random one that they've set up for Clash in Paris is John Cena versus Logan Paul, which just makes no sense because you would think he was just feuding with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, well, I think the Brock backlash is kind of happening. I don't think it's like no, it's happening. Who am I kidding? It's happening. They're either going to save it for a massive show. There's no way he's going to fly to Paris. I'm going to tell you that part right now about Brock Lesnar. He ain't flying to fucking Paris. Maybe Saudi Arabia, but not Paris.
Well, I did see that they may be planning it for whatever event they've got, which is going head-to-head with All Out in September. Might be another Bad Blood.
Oh, lovely.
But it's
that's exactly what we need. We need more of these head-to-head things to make us hate wrestling. I think. I don't know what the fucking deal is.
This will be the first ever main roster PLE going head to head with an AEW pay per view. Like normally it's NXT. Normally it's NXT or you've got a Saturday night's main event before it. But yeah, two pay per views exact same time, like the good old days of the Monday Night Wars. Except pay per view versus pay per view.
You know, that's still not bad. I'll take it.
And I hope it is Bad Blood too, because I got a Captain's Revenge song ready to go for, and we've got a show ready to go called Back for Blood, ready to go in line with it.
See, it's gonna work out.
So don't be changing the PLE name now on us.
Don't do it.
Other than that, again, the women's world title match is up in the air. Could be a vacant title match against Stephanie, but it just depends who you put in there against her.
Yeah, that's oh god. Might as well do EO and all them all over again.
Yeah,
EO and Rhea and
there seems to be some dissension in what they're not even called Damage Control now. I don't know what the hell they're called. But EO, Asuka, Kairi Sane, obviously Asuka's showing extreme jealousy of EO's closeness with Rhea Ripley. And EO's just kind of stuck in the middle. I did say a couple weeks ago I would like to see Io and Rhea Ripley as a tag team. And then she starts hanging out with the Kabuki Warriors again.
That'd be great.
So maybe somebody read my mind and we're going to get those two teams against each other.
Sign it up.
Let's go.
Want it.
All right. So, like I said, we've got the promo climax coming up now. If you have only been watching or listening to Max for the last 6 years. 5-6 years. The last time we did promo climax was in 2019. It was the second one. We were going to do a third one, but shit hit the fan. The original promo climax in 2018 gave us the first ever promo champion, which was Amir Blackbane Costello, aka the Kingpin, and it was a much more intense promo tournament than you've seen from us in recent years with King of the Mic and stuff, because this one is it's a round robin tournament, first of all, so everybody faces everybody in their group. So there's no immediate knockouts, and it's also down to public votes, so there's no TV rules or whatever. It's all down to how you impress people. So we're looking for some fresh meat this year for the return of the climax, but we're also looking for some old faces too, if anybody's listening. Some new face has taken notice and wants everybody to know that he is interested. So now let's hear for the very first time from Bru Capone.
Man, this weather is something out here today. It is. You don't know whether it's going to rain or it's going to sunshine. It's like, I mean, I'm out here trying to... Oh, whoa, hey, how's it going? So this promo climax deal that I've been hearing about from everybody... Oh, by the way, I am Bru Capone. I am leader of the Appalachian Mafia. And I hear something about a promo climax or whatever. Sounds like a bad porno movie if you ask me. But anyway, I'm throwing my name in the hat because you can't out shit talk a shit talker. I've got the money. I have the resources. I will take this over. I will buy it and shut it down for all I care. I don't need this, but they're begging me to come in. So I will be promo climax coming up. Watch for Bru Capone. Now I'm out of here. I've got stuff I got to do. I've got to fly to exotic places, find these exotic women. Yeah, I'm out of here. Peace.
Promo climax.
Promo climax.
Promo climax.
It's promo climax.
So I've been working on a formula today.
2 groups. I'm at the top.
This is the tournament that gave us the promo championship.
Greatness is happening. It's taking place right now, as evidenced by the fact that my mouth is moving and words are coming out.
This is the tournament that discovered the Demoness.
Hello, mortals. Did you miss us? Because we missed you.
This is the tournament where Michael Larkin, Daniel Crimmins, Moses Marquez, Travis Anderson cut their teeth. This is the tournament that the Butcher reigned on in terror.
See, I don't need no woman to hold my balls. I hold my own.
This is the tournament that showed us the creativity of Robert Davis. This is the tournament that separated the strong from the weak. This is not King of the Mic. This is not playtime. And this is not for the faint-hearted. This will separate exhibition promoists from competition promoists. This is a tournament that's it. This is the tournament. Promo Climax is back.
You troglodytes do not understand greatness when it speaks.
Your expiration date has arrived. Like, I hope you don't, but if you get hit by a bus, it wouldn't matter to me. Like,
Nah. I don't really like that.
Yeah, I'm a good butcher. I might know. No, I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do, and we're not having it. We're not for having it.
Now pick up a fucking mic. Welcome back to Max Wrestling. I am the captain. He is El Jefe. Speak his name and he appears. Once again, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on all the podcast platforms. And for all the information you could ever possibly need on Max Wrestling, go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
It is a beautiful place. The first ever open door is coming your way next week, August 21st, featuring predictions for AEW versus New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I don't think we've predicted Forbidden Door yet before. We may have done it on like a regular episode, but this is the first event that we've had for that specific pay-per-view, which is taking place in London, mate. And people are taking Open Door literally because the Open Door Open Challenge has been accepted, and for the first time in a long time, a match that was cancelled for Promo Mania 4 years ago. Moses himself will answer the call of Mike Larkin.
That's right, big dog. I'm coming for you. And Blade Rodriguez is biting off more than he can chew. He stepped up and called out the new Max Wrestling World Champion, the Demoness, for Open Door next week. Good luck to you.
Lord have mercy on your soul. Blade is confident. That's one thing we gotta say for him. Plus, I have it on good authority that we will also hear from the Jester again ahead of his own match with the Demoness at next month's Summer's End. The Jester will appear at Open Door next week.
Goodness gracious, a whole lot going on. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for more information. And the official theme song for Open Door is Let Me In by Captain's Revenge. You can check it out on the album Clarity, available on Spotify, YouTube, and all music streaming platforms. Get to it right now.
And speaking of Blade Rodriguez, he does have something to say to the Demoness. We saw it in the Max Wrestling Facebook group this past week, but if you missed it, here it is again.
Well, hello, Max Wrestling. This isn't Max Wrestling or After Max. This is the Blade Rodriguez Report. So, coming to you live from the great state of Texas, I wanted to come on here and let everyone know a few things. First and foremost, I have caught wind on the radar of controversy being on the heel of Max Wrestling within my report. And since we all love a good heel in the wrestling world, let it be known that although other members have a grandeur of tenure, successful tenure nonetheless, my reputation and my success does not precede me. So, you may ask yourself, Blade Rodriguez, why are you dressed like some pompous in your front yard? Well, referring back to that controversy, since the beknownst overlords of Max Wrestling feel as though they want to have something along the lines of, what's it called? A popularity contest might as well dress to impress the public. For is that not the name of the game, after all? If you are going to treat us like district tributes, oh well, I say let's put on a show. But wait. In this game, whether it's individualistic or the bigger picture, there is always a protagonist and an antagonist. We all love a good story, whether it's just simple surviving or an underdog story, say nonetheless. So, regardless of faction, because it has been over a week and no one has called me out to join. No one has called me out to go against me. So, I think it's time I call out my, and for the love of publicity, I'm not trying to be too aggressive with it, but call out my next target. The Katniss Everdemoness of Max Wrestling. I mean, after all, I have already beaten a Mr. Peter Malarkin. And I'm pretty sure you two are acquainted quite well. So, Demoness, it is up to you to accept or deny such challenge. It is up to you to respond or ignore my request. Nevertheless, I am eager not only to see what comes about, what I have been trying to transpire, but also know this: I may be the rugged, the pocket-sized rugged underdog of the fights that came in with little tenure, knocked out a few heavy names, took some losses along the way, took a break or hiatus due to personal stuff, but I'm back with a fire, a bloodthirsty resolve more than ever. And this is not to upset the overlords of the game. However, if this is how the game is going to be presented to its participants, then let the participants play at will. So after all, in the end, what do y'all really have to lose? I love the battlefield. I love the song and dance which has transpired from my beginning, from the beginning before me, which is still continuing till this day. But if this is how the game is supposed to be played, then ready, set, match. Let the games begin.
right, let's get into last night on Dynamite. Decent little build-up as Forbidden Door is next Saturday. They keep preaching it, pronging it. It's gonna be a good one. There's some surprises, and actually a good chunk of the card has already been brought up. But again, you will get our predictions out for that next week. Stay tuned for that one. We do start off with a cool little, I wouldn't say cool little talking segment. I'm not the biggest fan of all the talking, but MJF comes out, Hangman comes out. MJF he's got a point to prove. He's got the briefcase. He's basically talking shit to Hangman. Normally what happens in this scenario is MJF gets under that guy's skin and makes him want to whatever. The whole idea is to goat him into giving him a championship match without him having to cash in his lovely little contract. But Hangman's like, dude, I've been here. I've done that. I've dealt with you before. So the only way you're getting this is you earn it or you announce that you're cashing it in. And, of course, this drive MJF crazy. So he's cussing him out like nobody's business. And during the whole cussing out, because, you know, fucking HBO and even TBS cut out most of it when you do replays, he pretty much calls him a dumbass. And he says that he will use his contract to cash in at Forbidden Doors. That's what we get. It's going to be a fun little thing. We get some footage last week of the whole Darby Allin kidnapping Wheeler Yuta. Still think it's funny. Then we go right to Jon Moxley coming out. It's him versus Kevin Knight this week. John is being booked like every New Japan wrestler ever. He has to face both guys in the tag team. Not his tag team partner, though. Whatever. He has great matches with fucking everybody. And this was another one that was absolutely excellent. Kevin Knight actually looked like he was going to win. He had it in the bag. He hits a DDT and a UFO splash. But then that's when all of a sudden Moxley gets the knees up. And rather than the Bulldog choke or the Death Rider, he goes for one of these many submissions that he learned while working with Randy Couture all these years ago. And just a good old simple head and arm choke, upside down. It was great. It was very MMA style win. I loved it. After the match, Mike Bailey comes in to help out Knight. He gets killed. Yuta's killing him. Marina Shafir's in there doing something. Darby Allin hits the ring, brings a body bag, and his fucking skateboard. He beats up two dudes and then gets destroyed. Just utterly fucking destroyed. I feel so bad for Darby Allin. He gets put in this body bag, gets dumped on his head, gets taken out of the body bag. It was just utter goddamn chaos. Wheeler Yuta comes to make the save. Says that he wants to have a match. He's gonna snap Moxley's neck, and then he says that how about you bring your friends to London and we'll have it out in a lights out steel cage match. And there's a whole lot going on with that one. The announcement has been made. It's gonna be like the Golden Lovers, Tanahashi, Darby Allin, and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks, Moxley, Yuta, and Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
Not Claudio. Gabe Kidd. So I'm loving that. Didn't really mind this next match. TBS champion teaming Mercedes Moné teaming with Tekla and Sky Blue to take on Alex Windsor, Queen Amanita, and Willow Nightingale. Windsor is getting over fucking quick in this company, and I literally think it's all goddamn Tony Storm's fault, especially the way she announces her every week. Windsor! Now even they got the announcers doing it all the time. The match was fine. Willow Nightingale is a gem. She's good stuff, and Windsor wins with a Scorpion Deathlock. The entire time this match is happening, Tony Storm is on one side of the building in the stands, and Athena's on the other side. And they're kind of just like looking at each other all mean, and one's showing off the belt and one's showing off the fucking clipboard, and I'm thinking it's stupid as all hell. And the second the match ends, they start fighting. And once they start fighting, they brawl all the way from the stands, downstairs, through the back, and into the fucking rampway. And I'm like, okay, that was a whole lot of walking. But they did it. There's a whole fight. And apparently, like I got confused. I had no idea they were going to go to Glasgow, Scotland, because Tony Storm's going on this whole rant. I'm like, did you confuse London with Scotland? There's no way you should be confusing these places. No way. But I then realized, oh crap, they're gonna go there. So she tells them, bring your kilt, and I'm gonna spank your bottom or something like. Oh yeah, we're gonna go bareback, all over Scotland. Tape up your tits and let's tango. And they start. Her and Windsor start tangoing all over the fucking ring. Just utter fun. We go back to the stage. Renee Paquette, Will Ospreay. When he announces that he got a hold of Tana. I love the conversation Will Ospreay said. He said, I called my old boss. I said, hey, and he says, hi. Beautifully put. I'm glad that this is how phone conversations go. I loved it. So they're going to have Tanahashi come in, and he says, I want to have a chat with your husband next week. If you could just relay that message for me, darling. Thank you. And I'm like, the nicest way you can say that, I want to talk shit to your husband. Great.
I like that, because usually people never acknowledge Renee being married to Moxley.
Yeah, no, he does not give a shit. He's like, I know, you know, the people know. You fucking tell him I want to talk to him. This is great. Adam Copeland versus Stokely. It was meant for him to get his ass beat. He got his ass beat. The thing that irked the fuck out of me, and I was trying to remember the feat in this restraining order that they had. They had this supposed restraining order where these guys couldn't be like within 500 feet of each other. I was like, so every time they're in the arena, it's null and void, right? Right. So again, let's just say it was 50 feet. There's no way it's 50 feet from the ramp to the ring. There's no way. Not in this fucking arena. Okay? And so this restraining order or whatever is null and void the second they show up on the ramp, FTR, and they're teasing getting in the ring and teasing getting in the ring and teasing getting in the ring, and then Copeland beats him up anyway. And I'm like, so technically you broke the well, that's how they wanted to put it. Like, he broke the contract. It's over with. They can fight anyway now. Who gives a shit? And the match is still happening. And as the match, I think he ended up getting the win. And then there was all this was after the madness. No, that's right. No, it was still happening. That's right. Because that's when he gets hit with what I'm calling Tony Khan's coke. It had to be Tony Khan's cocaine. I don't know anybody else that has that much baby powder lying around, so it's got to be cocaine. Gets you thrown into fucking Adam Copeland's face. Craziness ensues. It turns into a 3-on-1 kind of, well, more of a 2-on-1 beatdown. FTR's getting the better of Copeland. That's when Christian Cage comes out, spike in hand. Literally as he shows up, so does Nick Wayne, which I thought was incredible timing. Bats the chair out of his hand. Kip Sabian gets in. He gets speared. And then they have the moment. They go back to back. They've cleared the ring, Copeland and Cage. Christian, I should say. And they're back to back. The bromance happens. They hug it out. I think, ish. I don't know. We'll get it going. And then now that's the whole story. Can they maintain when they have this match, a Forbidden Door? So I think they will. I think it'll be just fine. Probably might even get a fucking like tag team title run out of them or something. It's gonna be crazy. So an all-star 8-man tag team match. The Young Bucks. They got the fucking Cody Pyro and no entrance music. And I love how they're changing this up like every fucking week. It's so great. So they get this incredible pyro and they get no entrance music. And then it's like Slick Nick and Mr. Instant Replay, which, if I'm not mistaken, these are the names that they were going by when they were doing like backyard wrestling. So another throwback, even more so. And it's them, Kyle Fletcher, Josh Alexander, and a mystery partner against them four against Tomohiro Ishii, Hologram, Brody King, and I guess the re-debuting Hiromu Takahashi, former 4-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, the man that injured Dragon Lee, who I don't even know what fuck Dragon Lee's doing anymore on the East. Anyway, he's here. Mm-hmm. He's a great wrestler. Got no pop. Nobody gave a fuck about this guy in poor Cincinnati. This match absolutely fucking banged because I think the Young Bucks have just had it in their brain that like we have to do a couple PWG style matches every single week. And this is definitely one of them. It was absolutely ridiculous. Again, you don't have to give them intro music. You don't have to give them a cool video package. The Young Bucks are the greatest right now. Period. Hands down. Nobody's fucking better. Hiromu Takahashi hits the time bomb. Oh, sorry. No, I was right. Takahashi hits the time bomb, picks up the win. I love how they just nobody called his fucking finisher. Kind of irked me, but being the New Japan guy, I guess it is what it is. As soon as the match was over, it was made official that Kyle Fletcher would defend the TNT Championship against Takahashi at Forbidden Door. I think that's going to be absolutely fucking incredible.
Yeah.
We go to a little stage gimmick. There's some mic issues. Then I love how Taz is like, he's all, we're going to get some bangers at Forbidden Door. That's what the kids call them. Kids call them bangers. And I'm just like, I love Taz. Taz is such the dad right now. And his son works there of all fucking places. So the mic issues go away or they're fixed. Swerve comes out. The place loves him. He's honestly fumbling through his own goddamn promo, poor guy. Because I don't even think he really knew what to talk about. I thought Okada was going to come out a little sooner. When he did, the crowd wouldn't let him talk. He just says, with your bad knee, are you sure? He's like, you have no chance. Just give up now. That's not going to happen. He says, whose house? The place goes bananas, goes, where's house? And that just enrages Okada and yells, bitch. And then turns into what should have been a brawl. But for the first time in God knows how long, security is actually able to keep two guys apart.
Wow.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna get an absolute banger, as Taz loves to say now,
kids call it.
at Forbidden Door. It's gonna be killer. We get announced that Copeland and Christian are gonna be taking like going to go find the Young Bucks. They go to the back, and there looks to be this like custodial, janitorial room, where you keep all the fucking supplies, clean the shit. And it says AEW Extras. And there's a couple of jahoobs standing up against the wall. And Mox, looks at them. Get out of here. So they leave. The camera pans. And it's Nick and Matt just sitting there like they're fucking having to do their time in TNA all over again. Just sitting in the back. Like, God damn it, why are we back here? And it's hilarious. Moxley closes the door and obviously recruits them for the match at Forbidden Door. And then we end up in a trios match. Wasn't even a title match. Probably could have been. It was the main event. Should have been for being a main event. The Ops, Samoa Joe, Katsura Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs against LFI, Rush Dralistico, and the Beast Mortus. Every single time it was Hobbs and Mortus, well, even Joe and Mortus at this point, the crowd would chant meat, which I will never, ever, ever not say thank you to Big E for that exact reason. Because now everybody's the big meat, the men slapping meat. That's what it is. Meat on meat. And it was great. Another really fun match. It was good. It's just not a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? It's just out there. We're just doing some shit. Not too much continuity with it. That's why I'm like, you could have made it a fucking title match, And then had it maybe end in a DQ or some bullshit or whatever. And then you could have trickled this on to Forbidden Door. But it is what it is. Ended up with a decent little match. Hobbs keeps everybody out. Dralistico is forced to tap out thanks to Samoa Joe because, he's the fucking man. The Ops pick up the win. It's a really good way to end the show. They're out there, doing the whatever, chanting, waving to the crowd, hey, we're going home. There's still time left in the replay. So I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. We get the AEW graphic. And I'm like, there's nothing. So I hit skip. And we go right backstage to Renee talking to Hangman, who's just so goddamn proud of himself because I tricked MJF into cashing in his contract. That dumb son of a bitch. He didn't say none of that, but that's pretty much what he was thinking. And right as he was thinking it, MJF jumps him from behind, beats him, throws him over a car, slams his head into some obvious rental, and tells him, he says, he said, I told you I was going to break you. This is only the beginning. Now, granted, you just left the fucking Hurt Syndicate where they hurt people, and now you're hurting people. But you could have put a bigger hurting on him. But I get it. It's now Hangman has to consistently look behind his back, has to always be wondering, where's MJF? Because I could be there ready to whip your ass. So we get this for one more week, and then we're going to get them one-on-one for the World Championship at Forbidden Door. A really good episode of Dynamite. I love the action. Some decent storytelling. We're definitely going hard to the paint with MJF and Hangman Adam Page. I love that. I love all the influx coming in from New Japan. I'm hoping for a couple of more guys. I know Gabe Kidd's there too. So far it's in reality, Tanahashi's like a board member, So he's not even really a wrestler. So cool. We get Tanahashi, we get Hiromu Takahashi, and we get Gabe Kidd. I would really love if we could get trying to think, maybe a David Finlay.
Well, we've still got.
That'd be kind of cool.
We've still got a TBD, but that would be from AEW to challenge Zack Sabre Jr. And
that's right.
We've still got.
Oh, that's right. We do get Zack.
We've got a TBD from Stardom for the 4-way for the TBS title.
That's true. Yeah, we did get announced on who the one from CMLL is, though.
Persephone.
Yup. Which I have no idea who she is.
Let me see if I recognize her. She's only really been in CMLL and AAA.
So there we go. If you follow the product, you get it. But there it is. It's cool. But this is the whole point. This is what Forbidden Door is all about. You may not know, but you're gonna.
Oh yeah, you're gonna know. Like you said with Alex Windsor, she came out of nowhere and she's getting super over, super fast. But I also think that tends to happen with anybody that comes from the UK or Australia. They get over super fast in AEW.
Brother, you want to know what? And God, who put this? Gary Neville put this perfectly. I forgot what he did out there football wise, but now he's a coach of one of our MLS teams.
He's a United legend.
And he's like, yeah, there it is. I was going to say United. So it's hilarious because he's like, you know what? You know who really loves the Brits or people from, like over that side of from the UK, as he said. And he's like, Americans, they love us, which is true. I don't know what it is. It's true. And he's like, they just love our accent. It's just, I don't know. He's also not wrong on that as well. But it's so easy for anybody from Australia or the UK to get over. Maybe it's the accent. Maybe it's the dip. It's for me. I think it's like energy.
Yeah.
The energy it's just a different vibe. You know what I mean? The passion is stronger, and I mean in everything. Especially
from Toni Storm, who is Australian / New Zealand, and she puts on an old times British accent.
He's the fucking best.
You get the best of every world with Toni Storm.
Goodness gracious! I'm sure she could break out an American accent like nobody's business now too. Watch.
Oh yeah, I mean she's a starlet actress.
You're telling me, bud.
Forbidden Door shaped up much better the last week or two. Looking a lot fuller now. They seem to be dragging their feet with the booking for a while, but it's taking shape now, and we have the official reunion of Cope and Cage.
Cope and Cage.
Both Casino Gauntlet contracts are being cashed in. And we got the reunion of the Golden Lovers too. It's all good.
Oh yeah, we're winning, baby. We're winning.
Landon's getting it good at the O2. Okay, we've covered pretty much all we can. It is now time to check our list because we got two. One is not so nice. One's nice, one's not so nice, but we always check them twice. It is time for the bell end board.
A bell end? You're a bell end, mate. Look, bell end 1, bell end 2, big veiny bell end over here.
All right, on the bell end board this week,
Is it an obvious fumble by Triple H?
Definitely a fumble letting Karrion Kross go. But I don't know who's to blame. Obviously, Triple H is the guy that calls the shots, but, whose call was it really? Who was in his ear? This has got Bruce Pritchard written all over it.
It does.
So.
It does.
But Triple H is ultimately the guy that makes the decisions, so we'll give 20 points to Papa H.
Yep, I was just going to say, I was like, VK used to take all the bullets. So that means Papa H got to take all the bullets.
Yeah. Nobody's really pissed us off this week, to be honest.
No, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and it's not for negative. Maybe it's for clickbait. I'm gonna give 10 points to Jimmy for not using the gym. I have to keep going. I'm sorry. You can't. I'm stuck on it. Next Monday, she's gonna announce she's pregnant. Next Monday. I can almost guarantee it. Can almost guarantee it. And you know what? Good for them.
But
fucking derailed her career.
Jimmy, you should have proceeded with caution.
Oh, got me. Goodness gracious. He's like, I really like that outfit. You want it?
You know what?
I don't listen to warnings.
If she does announce it, they can work out a hell of a deal with some company to advertise them. Proceed with caution.
Oh, hell yeah.
Otherwise, your title reign gets cut short.
Imagine the Trojan fucking commercials.
They can even make ones that glow.
Hey, come on now. Bring it back, baby. Oh, God. I love that. Is there anybody else give some points to?
Probably Death Rebel, because I still got confused with the entrance music on Monday. Didn't know who was who.
I can't. You know the thing that irks the dog shit out of me, and I gotta say this, I didn't notice Okada's new theme. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, and now I've kind of really started to like it. Like it fits, but it's like you took the Okada's music. He's fucking world renowned for it, type of shit, and you changed it. And I don't hate it. But we go to the other side of the fucking spectrum, and I'm begging that you give me the shit back.
Yeah.
I'm begging for some fucking originality.
Same with Becky.
Oh, yeah.
Like she had that theme for how many years, and they changed it to this new rock track. And, it's the kind of track that I would normally like. And I think it is growing on me, but then there's that other side of me that's like, but it's not Becky. It's not Becky's theme.
It's not Becky.
Doesn't feel like Becky. I missed that iconic.
Look, let me say it like this. How many times has Trish Stratus shown up?
Yeah, always with
and
the.
And how many times have they changed their music? Not a one. Not a one. And I'm not saying it has to be like that all the fucking time, but when you are established, there's no reason to go in and change in the music. There's none. I'm sorry. I get it, but there's none. Triple H has had the same shit since I was in high school.
Yes. I know he went with King of Kings for a little bit too, but it was still Motorhead, so. And he never really got rid of the other theme.
That's what I was going to bring up. The reality is he's kind of always had a couple, and again, you can always, they're legends. They're this. Guess what? That's what also makes them recognizable. When the glass breaks, it's Stone Cold. When you hear if you smell, it's The Rock. When you hear the giggles, it's Trish Stratus.
When you hear the gong, it's The Undertaker, no matter how many different themes he's had.
Hell, look at Stephanie's.
Yeah,
Stephanie's
is recognizable.
Had her theme since the fucking Attitude Era.
John Cena.
John.
Never once changed it.
And we were begging for it, and it didn't happen. But again, that is a part of the iconicness.
Yeah.
The iconicness of it. So change it if you have to, but if it's what the old-fashioned saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No.
And y'all trying to fix shit that ain't broke.
And dare we say Hulk Hogan.
Improvements.
Hulk Hogan always had Real American. Then obviously he went to WCW. They had to give him American Made and the NWO theme. But he came back to WWE and it was Real American again.
Yep.
Because that's his theme. You recognize that as Hulk Hogan.
Yep. When you hear it, you hear Hulk Hogan. You think Hulk Hogan. As much as you hate him or don't, it's just what it is.
I was going to give points to somebody and I forgot. Damn.
Oh, that's what happens when we go on rants.
I don't know if it was about music. Oh, yeah. It irks me to do it, but I got to give points to Lyra. Because they did the Bayley video package where obviously she's struggling with her position and doubting herself and everything. And And then it goes backstage to Lyra with, I think it was Jackie interviewing her, and Lyra's just like, that's not my fault. That's not because of what I said to her. It's nothing to do with me.
So we're stumbling.
And it was just very awkward. Yeah. So unfortunately, I got to give 5 points to Lyra. Wasn't really believable.
We can accept that in the promo climax, but not in the.
I think it's going to be an easygoing week for the Bell End board, though.
Guys got lucky.
All right, then let's move on to the other side. It is time to put some points on the good board. This is the Bruv board, bruv.
Bruv.
Brother.
Oh, this board is long. It is twice as long as the Bell End board, which tells you we're nicer than we are meaner.
Yeah, I mean, we give points when they're due. You know what I mean? When you deserve a punishment, you gonna get it. Especially when we got to say so in it. But when you're on the good, you're on the good.
We also tend to give the same people points on the Bell End board, though. It's like, oh, Triple H fucked up this week again. Tony Khan did this. But then on the Bruv board, it's like, well, this guy was impressive this week.
Yeah, and I want to talk about Will Ospreay's impressive recruiting skills by just saying hi to people on the telephone, and then all of a sudden, bam, Tanahashi shows up in AEW.
You fancy jumping off a cage?
Yeah, he's like, for you, sure. It's like, motherfucker, almost 60, but all right, here we go. So Tanahashi's coming in. I love that. I'm gonna give 15 for Will Ospreay. Actually, let's make it 20, because not only is he a great recruiter, but for a guy who apparently has just the worst neck you've ever heard of, he's going to compete in a cage match in 2 weeks. Because fucking madman.
And he's probably going to jump off it too.
Absolute. Yep. Sick bastard.
Well, we were complimenting Stephanie McMahon earlier and how she's just full on mum mode, relaxed, taking it easy, enjoying life, got the baggy jeans and everything. So 20 points to Stephanie McMahon for enjoying retirement.
Hey, take advantage of it, girl.
And still managing to show up on TV and entertain us from time to time. I got to listen to more of her podcast too.
I've had a couple, and she's got some good ones out there. The WWE's podcast land has grown, and it is actually very good. If you like just like the good, like I'm already in love with Cody's.
Yeah.
Cody's are, and I'm not just talking about like Kevin Owens. Like Kevin Owens was an excellent one. Damian Priest was a great one.
Cody has the perfect
him and Brandi
formula.
Rhodes are awesome. Which one?
Cody has the perfect formula. You just jump on his tour bus and you drink vodka for an hour and you talk shit.
And that's, hey, it's just like what every wrestler does. If you get Kevin Owens drunk, I mean, that shit was hilarious. I love it. I still can't get over how he called out Matt Cardona. Goddamn.
You want to work here or not?
Savage. Oh, yeah. He's always, you want to work here or not? And he was mad about it too. What makes it that much funnier? He's like, you're my friend, but make up your mind. Oh, God.
I got 10 points for Gunther because he's injured at the moment, but there was a clip going around of him and Penta at a house show, and Gunther does a perfect Penta walk.
Bro, he's a sneaky man. Oh, God. I chuckled at it, but then I'm like, let me try to copy. I can't even be anywhere near as smooth.
You can't do the parody as smooth as the actual walk.
No, and this guy showed us up. I love Gunther, dude. He's so great.
I can see him as a babyface at some point when he comes back. He's got so much untapped potential in personality.
And just to think, this guy was a hidden goddamn treasure forever hidden in PWG.
Yeah, Walter. Slap the shit out of your chest.
Oh! Where's Dragunov? Oh, goodness. Who else we got some good points for?
I did enjoy the promo between MJF and Hangman. I like when AEW does these promos where one's in each corner. That's when you know shit's going to go down, and they're just going to fire shots at each other for 20 minutes. Those are the best type of talking segments. And they always seem to happen with MJF.
MJF's a great talker. He's probably one of the best in the business, as much as we like to give him shit about. Well, I don't know. I don't like to really give him shit. I think he's great. I think everything MJF does is great. He can get stale, but then again, I don't know who can't. This isn't that time anymore where guys just don't get stale. Like, everybody gets stale at some point. Yeah. And
the whole joining the Hurt Syndicate was a complete waste of time. But the MJF that we got right now is getting back to that MJF that we know and love to hate.
Facts and more of them. I love it. MJF for damn sure. That was a great segment. So, 15 apiece. Hey, man, Hangman, 15 apiece.
Yeah, Hangman's really holding his own as the top guy right now too.
And just to think we were afraid they were gonna fumble it
again.
We were afraid they were gonna. No, we got the smiling cowboy who's also serious, who ain't afraid to whip your ass, who's talking to guys like, "Hey, I believe in you." He's the old school champion. He's the old school champion. I love that. It's about time we had one of those back.
Who else? Oh, Hook. We forgot to mention Hook. Hook's coming back.
Hook. Yes.
I'm giving him points just for the Batman reference, but I saw the vignette and everybody was like making jokes like, "Who is it? Who is it?" And I was like, "It's Single H."
Yeah,
because it's just a H.
How do you not know his fucking call sign that shows up before his music hits?
That's the thing I like. It's Batman-esque, but it's not in your face like a full-on rip-off of Batman, or he's not coming out dressed as Batman or anything. He's just got the spotlight, which is a nice tribute. And Hook's not on the board yet, so I'm going to give him 20 points.
Hey. For anybody out there who thought that was the Hurricane, shit on you.
Stand back. No, he's literally on Raw as a producer right now.
Yeah. Shane Helms. Goodness gracious, where's my childhood gone?
Yeah. I think maybe 5 points for AJ for just getting carried away with himself, chasing Dominic around the ring, and then he just shoves him into a cameraman.
Yep. This feud between them is just outstanding. I love it. Yeah, we'll go with 5 with AJ. We'll go 5 for AJ for damn sure. Is there anyone?
I'm sure if Beer was here, he'd throw a few to NXT, but I'm out of the loop.
Yeah. Sames. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, yep. I got nothing else really.
This week. Good enough.
I'm sure we'll have a lot more next week for Open Door. So, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you all. Before we close this up, let's find out what is in store for the TSK with Click Talk.
Goodness gracious, the hiatus is hopefully coming to an end. It's not a hiatus. It's one of those things where life happens, ladies and gentlemen. Life is the thing that we all get wrapped up in, but there's so much happening soon that I don't think it can be ignored for so much longer. So we do know Forbidden Door is coming up next Sunday?
Saturday, yeah.
Next Saturday, and it's in the morning for us here in the United States of America. So I'm going to do my darndest, or I should say the TSK are going to do our darndest to come up with a Forbidden Door review that we're going to hopefully drop either that Sunday or that Monday following. It might also be one of those special ones, live from the desert, as I like to call it, because, again, I will be on vacation, and I am going to be still part of this show that Wednesday before, which actually is going to be our next big event, if I'm not mistaken, Open Door.
So
I will be live for that one. Oh, next week is Open Door. Oh, hey. Oh, that's right. Yep, and I'll be on vacay. Don't trip. So live from the desert, I'll be taking care of Open Door. So the TSKs, like I said, we got that rocking, and hopefully some more after that. Just got to see how the schedule works itself out. The footy is happening. The footy is now. The footy is fun. The reality is I wanted to be one of those people that's going to wait for the perfect time. I kept fumbling one program to start another program. Well, this other program is going to start because Saturday starts the beautiful Premier League season. And everybody loves it. I love it, even though the MLS has been happening here. Shout out to these guys in the background. But the fact of the matter is my heart is in North London, and it's a little heavy after losing to PSG. It's fine. We took the best team in the world, and we dog-walked them for 77 minutes, and then we did what we do, and it spurs it up. But it is what it is. You're going to get a reaction of that one. Don't trip. I'm not as mad as you think I would be, and I do want to talk about the season upcoming and some money we need to spend. So the footy thing is a coming. Maybe I can recruit Beer. I know he wants to talk some too with United winning a Summer Cup. You never know what's going to go down. So the only way to find out when it goes down and how it goes down is to follow us on all the beautiful socials. Follow us on the evil Twitter machine, Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, Max Football Pod. And of course, as we say each and every week, check out the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Hit the subscribe button and follow button. Start right here on YouTube. Then go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the other fun socials. Facebook is where Bru Capone is showing his face. It's where people are announcing their entry into the climax. You can be a part of that whole fun group. All you got to do is join in and join the fun.
Yes, again, anybody listening who has been in the climax before, we need some old faces. Anybody who's been watching the promo stuff wants to join in, we need some new faces too. So, promo climax deadline is next week. We need to finalize those groups so it begins in 2 weeks' time. I was going to have a brand new show for you this week. I was hoping to get it up last night, which I've announced before, 5 Films to Die. My first guest was Mike Larkin. We had a great fun show, but unfortunately, sometimes technology is a bitch, and we lost all the audio after the first 20-something minutes. So we're gonna be looking to re-record that very soon, and hopefully we can recapture that same magic that we had in the original recording, because it was a very fun episode, and I'm really, really sorry that you ain't gonna see it.
Oh, we gonna get there though.
Yeah, I mean, I could show you the first 20 minutes, but other than that, that is it.
You want more.
We will see you next week for the first ever open door. Do not forget Aftermax after the show with Cypher. Goodbye and good night. Bang.
Reprogram the machine. Coming for that ass, Mike.
And hey, Bru Capone. Let's see.
I'm a boopy.